Hello runners, couple days out now from the Fort Worth Marathon, and as we've advertised, there's a strong cold front headed towards the race site on Sunday. There's no way out of it. We're going to be very windy for this race, and the timing is about the rain and thunderstorms. Now, as is typical, the models tend to speed up the front as we get a little bit closer to the event. Now, this is one of the custom forecast models that only go out 48 hours, so we're within reach now. So I can show you this model for the first time. So we set it up here Sunday 6 a.m. temperatures in the 60s and these strong south winds. That's a steady south wind 20, gusting over 30. And then as the front approaches, notice how quick the rain and thunderstorm activity is in the area. So this would be rain and thunderstorms at the site by 9 a.m., 2 hours in the race. These could be some strong thunderstorms, probably not severe if it arrives this early. But this would be a windy, wet race, at least a second half of it certainly, and then the southwest wind still going on in the noon hour as we're closing in on that 4 and 5 hour mark. The winds still out of the southwest, temperatures in the 60s, and they turn to the west as we get into the afternoon. That would be severe weather out to our west. This is, of course, the forecast we've been holding to for the last several days. The front arrives later in the afternoon. This is the noon hour, still just cloudy, very windy, temperatures in the 70s, and then the rain and thunderstorms start to show up in the early afternoon, late afternoon hours, and there's a good risk of severe weather for the Metroplex. You know, we're going to stick with the afternoon passage. We're not going to jump on this early front just yet. We'll update this again tomorrow morning, and I will see what's going on at that point. But look at these winds. 6 a.m. These are wind gusts, by the way, not sustained winds. Look at these wind gusts at 40 miles an hour, Dallas, 39 at Fort Worth. So, I mean, this is going to be a windy race. And as you look at the course, you know you're going to be running into that wind the first hour or two until the turnaround halfway point, and then you got the wind to your back. So the quicker you get to that turnaround point, the winds are going to be strong, it looks like, even in the morning hours, but should be picking up. There's noon hour. That's the actual front starting to come through. The winds will actually pause a little bit just ahead of the front and then shift to the west as it comes through, and then we got a strong west wind through the afternoon hours. The forecast today, we're in the 80s. Saturday, we're in the 80s. We'll put a daytime high in the mid-70s, counting on a later frontal passage, and that's 70% chance of rain and thunderstorms as these fronts turn to the north, as that wind turns to the northwest later in the afternoon hours. We'll be updating this again tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, bringing you the latest on this frontal timing. Let's just hope the rain holds off, and what promises to be a windy race at least, but a good one. See you there at the site.